So this one is sort of a personal question for me because I was doing some reflecting the other day, and I realized one of the things I would like to learn this year is how to tell good stories that create momentum in people listening. Because I want to tell stories that interesting, but I also want that when people listen to it, it spurs them on to take action, even without it being slamming in their face like this is what I want you to do. What do you think is a good way for me to sort of build that type of muscle?
So I think one of the best things I heard in a conversation with a friend is that curiosity is care. So you're trying to tell stories of certain people, right? You need to be curious about them. What are what first off, why do you even want to tell those stories? What are the things that the people you want to focus on want to actually talk about? You're
Mm,
taking the time to actually speak to them and understand the things that they're struggling with so that you're not going into the story with a preconceived notion of what you think they want platform. I think
mm,
one of my favorite examples of this is this story where someone went to like an organization went to a community trying to figure out um, what they would like to be done, and they spoke to one half of the community which was made up of the other gender, and he kept saying, oh, they wanted a football stadium or something, and they're like, huh, that's a curious thing. And then they spoke to the other half and they were like, oh, we need like boreholes. There's no water. There's been no water in this community for the longest time. And then you can see that in speaking to them, football stadium was against drinking water. It is the care of having to do like the research and understanding who you're speaking for. What are the stories that you're telling? Like again, back to this integrity conversation. You're not doing this because it's content. You're doing this because you actually care for what God is asking you to speak about regarding a certain group of people, right? So take care to understand your why. Take care to understand the pain point of this audience that like you've chosen. Take care to understand what a possible solution is and like what answers can come from those things, like from other people that are seeking to do the same thing that you're
yeah,
doing. Yeah, for
yeah,
stories, there's this whole like a narrative arc where you're trying to understand from the beginning, like who is the hero of this story, what is the conflict, what is the resolution or like that you come to at the end.
yeah,
So even though like it's a great thing to want to talk about a certain issue or people, how are you doing the deep work of understanding the real thing that needs to be said? How do other people tell those kinds of stories? What is the format that you want to use? If you use video for certain things, does it actually preserve the integrity of the people that you are showcasing?
mm,
So you're not making them come across as victims by what
mm,
you're showing.
yeah,
So take care to understand even the formats that are necessary for whatever it is God is calling you to showcase. So again, like it's majorly care and doing the deep work to just understand what is best, what format is best. There are a ton of resources like free online. Like I guess I am also always learning every day. Like I talked about the fact that writing was my major thing. Then I started to understand that there are other formats that speak better to certain kinds of stories that need to be told. So learn all of those formats, learn the things that are important for whatever story it is that you need to tell um, at the time. And the building or the learning is in the doing.
mm,
So just
yeah,
try and don't put pressure on yourself to produce like if it's not world standard, then it shouldn't be seen or heard or read. No. Give yourself the grace to be bad at something the first time.